Welcome to our channel, Million Dollars Made Easy. This is a channel where we help you know your numbers. We create spreadsheets and we run numbers to show you where you might be in the future. Folks, we're all on this financial journey together. All of us want to end up with a comfortable retirement. In this video, I want to show you the value of getting started early. Because the earlier you get started, the more impressive the numbers are going to be. Seeing your numbers actually worked out can incentivize you to invest consistently even if you start out what you think is a small amount. Get it in there and let the snowball effect of compounding get working for you. What I've done is set up a spreadsheet. We're going to go ahead and show you how that. Again, let's say you're in your early 20s, maybe just getting out of college, and you have 45 years until you reach full Social Security age of 67. I want to show you if somebody just making $45,000 a year, which is about $22 an hour, saving just 4% of that would be $150 a month. And what I've done is taken it through this column right here, $150, and just increase that by 3% a year. Kind of increase a little bit because you're probably going to get raises. And also every fifth year, I'm just going to increase it by increments of $50. This to show you kind of a reasonable projection of what you might be able to do in the future. Again, just starting out saving 4%. So $200, next 11th year, $250, 16th year, $300, and then I'm going to jump in increments of $400 because as you get farther in your working career, hopefully your wages are going to go up a little bit more than just the cost of inflation or what a COLA. So let's go ahead and run the numbers. And what we've done on this channel is use these returns for the S&P 500 for the last 100 years, and we simply projected what similar returns might do for you in the future. I want you to hang on to the end because I'm going to show you both the benefit of getting started young, but also the cost of waiting. That's so important. So what we've done is run the numbers for every single year, investing these kind of amounts, and after a 45-year period, you would have put in $244,000. And the worst 45-year period in the last 100 years, you'd have 1.85 million. The median of this column would be 2.963. The best case scenario is 5.814. That's that range we're talking about from 1.85 up to 5.813. The actual breakdown for a 45-year period, 96% of the time, color-coded in green, you'd have over 2 million. 48% of the time color-coded in blue going down through, you have over 3 million. It was actually 7% of the time you'd have over $4 million with the top being 5.814. Now I want you to notice something. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the bottom 10%. We're just going to look at the 90% of the time, this is what you'd have. So now we have the worst case scenario being 1.85 because we eliminated the bottom worst 10% of the time. Still got the same median right here. But I want you to notice something. If you wait instead of starting and having a 45-year time period till retirement, you just have a 40-year period, look at the difference. Let's look at the medians for comparison's sake. The median for a 40-year period would be 1.664, whereas 5 years later, you have almost double that, 2.963. And even more problematic is if you wait to get started because you say, no, it's not, I can't afford anything. I can't afford very much starting out. Again, get started, even if it's a small amount. Look at the difference over a 36-year period. $1 million, 1,086,000 in the median column. 3 times that amount if you get started 9 years earlier. You wait 9 years, that's the cost of that. Now, I want to cover one more thing. I know some of you might be saying, what's the value of these amounts going to be in these time periods? What we've done in this spreadsheet is project ahead what the buying power of these amounts down here would be, because these are in the millions. Obviously, 45 years from now, this 2.963 is not going to have the same kind of buying power. So using just a 3% inflation rate, you would have buying power of $783,000 45 years from now. And can you imagine if you just increase that 4% to maybe 6%? That'd be half again as much. You'd be up over $1 million in buying power in the median for this column right here. If you just use the worst case scenario, or actually we're going to go ahead and show you worst 10% of the time. Eliminate the worst 10% of the time. So 90% of the time, you'd have 2.392 million or more. So the worst case scenario, you'd have the buying power of 632,000. If you just multiply that by, again, instead of putting in 4%, you're putting in 6%. This would get you up over $1 million 90% of the time. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Again, the median would have the buying power of 783,000 at 4%. If you just go up to 5%, that'd have a median of $1 million in buying power. Just get started young and get it in there. Don't worry that it might not be as much as you might think, because these are the kind of numbers that can be worked out for you. Again, the earlier you get started, the more impressive the numbers. Don't wait. Get started, even if you think it's a small amount. Folks, please consider subscribing to this channel, $1 Million Made Easy. Let people know about this channel. Let them know that there's a channel out there that will run numbers and show you different principles. And when you see actual numbers, it really can incentivize you to get started young, even with small amounts. Please like the video, and thanks so much for watching.